Now, for over 100 years, Rugby League and Rugby Union have had distinctly separate rules, but for the first time ever, they're about to collide.
Yeah, before Rugby League player Rob Burrow died earlier this year, he was working with Ed Slater from Rugby Union to create a new game of rugby, which is set to kick off next month.
The pair, who were both diagnosed with motor neurone disease, created the 7-4-5 game to raise money for MND charities. John Maguire has more.
Wondered whether organising a cross-code game would work like in the 90s.
It all started with an idea and then a text message from a former Rugby Union player to a former Rugby League player, both living with motor neurone disease. Like the star he was on the pitch, Rob Burrow picked up the ball and ran with it. The cross-code rugby match was born.
There's the age-old debate about who's better, what game's better. But for me and Rob, it was about how can we bring the two codes together. And at the same time, MND is behind it, but let's all come together and celebrate the wonderful people that have helped, like Rob, like Doddie, and that whole community. Let's have a great day.
Ed Slater was diagnosed with MND almost 2.5 years ago. Since then, he's joined the campaign to raise money and awareness of the disease, a condition which often leaves him exhausted, but his dedication to the cause is relentless.
Definitely. Well, there's no stopping Ed, that's for sure. He's an ideas man, so yeah, definitely keep going. Just to kind of share it with the kids and turn it into something positive is brilliant, especially with the support of everybody. Has been amazing to be able to keep on doing it, which we obviously wouldn't be able to do without people behind us. So yeah, really, really exciting for the game.
The 7-4-5 game, as it's known, will be played at Headingley Stadium in Leeds next month on Sunday the 17th of November. The numbers are from the shirts worn by Rob, Ed and Doddie Weir, who was the first to be diagnosed and was the inspiration for so much that followed across the two versions of the sport.
This is the shirt that Ed's kids designed, so it's got the number.
Rob's family are looking at the kits that will be worn on the day. For the Union players, it's the cherry and white of Gloucester, Ed's former club. The league kit will be the yellow and blue of Leeds Rhinos, Rob's team. And the referees, with the hardest job on the day of deciphering the hybrid rules, will wear the Doddie tartan. The game was the last project Rob worked on before his death in the summer.
Rob wouldn't want us to be moping. It's a bit difficult, but it's events like this cross-code game that's going to remind everybody of what this horrible disease does to people, and that's what it's all about. But having a smile on his faces as well is important.
For us, you know, the support we've had from the rugby community has been phenomenal. It's been incredible, and I think to bring those two codes together and have, you know, a first of its kind game, you know, raising money for MND charities is just fantastic. So I really hope people get behind the game and the concept. And it was one of the last projects that Rob worked on, so you know, it's really great that this is, you know, coming to life, and great to celebrate, you know, the codes, both codes.
Can you imagine your dad being there?
Absolutely not. On a Tuesday, Thursday, no interest in training whatsoever.
Yes,
Runs in the family a little bit.
It does run in the family a little bit.
Melrose Rugby Club in the Scottish Borders is the spiritual rugby home of Doddie Weir. His 3 sons play here, and he maintained close links until his death almost 2 years ago. He would, all agree, have loved the idea of the cross-code match.
Yeah, I think you'd be dead impressed, you know. It's unbelievable how it's just kept continuing rolling on, you know. My dad initially, then Rob, and now Ed, which is wonderful to see. And, you know, people constantly talking about motor neurons disease. That's kind of the desired outcome, and one day, hopefully, we'll get a cure off the back of that.
And it's just fantastic the way they keep rolling it all out and keep on going. Rob, obviously Doddie is no longer here, and it's amazing that Ed's still, as you say, banging the drum and keeping everything going.
Regardless of who wins on the day, those on and off the pitch will unite against a common enemy. And events like the 7-4-5 game will help one day to see that opposition, motor neurone disease, defeated once and for all. John Maguire, BBC News.